Hey, how's it going, guys? So I finally have an actual working computer. Just bought a computer earlier today, or finally it came in through the bookstore. So hopefully I won't need a microphone or won't need to race YouTube for my program to be cut out, and hopefully this should all be working good now. Um, so this week we went over space and time in video games, and the two games that I played, I actually ended up owning both of them, even though I only played one of them a little bit. I played Braid as well as Proteus. I actually have Proteus going on my PlayStation right now in the background. You might be able to hear a little bit of it. Um, I'm glad I chose these two games because they're so different from each other. They're complete polar opposites. Braid, as far as time goes, um, is really interesting. I think it's where the game started to get a lot of its awards and credibility is how it assessed time. You start the game thinking that you're moving forward in time, and it's very Super Mario esque side scroller. Um, two axes primary is the space given. Um, but as you keep playing through the game, you realize if you die, you can back up and retry and do another attempt. There's a rewind button in the game, so it kind of takes you back in time. So it starts to skew with your perception of time in the game. Um, then as you play further on, it gets really crazy because you find out that when you go back in time, certain things actually continue to go forward and aren't affected by you rewinding or not. So that changes your whole strategy of the game. Like to grab a key, you might have to sacrifice yourself and die to grab the key, but you hit the rewind button as soon as you have the key, and everything rewinds. But now you are in possession of the key, and that has completely changed the rest of the game. And you can now go back to certain areas and unlock certain things. Same with boss battles; you can rewind and have certain weapons that you've already used come back to fight the enemy. Um, I think that's really interesting. It's the only game I've ever seen be able to move backwards and forwards and back and forth at the same time. It's kind of hard to grasp at first, and I still don't really get exactly what certain things can move forward and what certain things can't. Um, but it's pretty interesting. I really liked it. As far as the space goes, it's mostly um, adjacent spaces displayed one at a time. You just go from one area to another. You open a door and it opens up a whole new section. Um, or it's scrolling on two axes and becomes a side scroller like Super Mario. Or you can go up and down when you're scrolling, but it's always like dead center, left, right, up, down. Um, or just one solid frame until you move to the next area. The other game, Proteus, was completely different as far as the space it used. It was three dimensional, performed on the X, Y, and Z axes, and it not detailed at all. Pretty much 8-bit. Seemed like it could have come out years ago, years and years and years ago. But it it's a music based game, and I think it's a music based game. I don't really get it, but it goes off of the space as part of what affects the music. So depending on where you're at and how in depth you are, certain things will start to come out, and you'll start to hear different things based on the position you put yourself or the space you put yourself in. As far as the time goes, it's pretty linear. It's just a day and night cycle. I haven't really noticed um, any trend if anything speeds that up or slows it down. I don't really know what the game is about. I played it for about an hour today, and the only thing I really got out of it is that it makes noises and is really trippy and has a lot of different sounds going on. You can find different areas that you like more than others based on the sound given, but there's no controls to it really besides sitting down and taking screenshots or moving around, but that's really about it. And those two they can't really be compared because they're so vastly different. One's a detailed side scroller that skews your perception of time, and then the other one is more spatial oriented, where music is based off of where you place yourself, and time is very standard and linear. But both are both are pretty interesting, and I'm glad I played both of them, even though I probably wouldn't buy Proteus because of how tedious and slow it is. Um, as far as my own game, since I just got this computer and it's late at night, I probably won't be able to upload a winning or losing file, but I can just describe them quickly. My winning would be pretty low key. Like I'm trying to do the Hitman thing, and I want it to be similar to Braid, but also have top down elements included too, like mostly a side scrolling game. But I want to have it have a darker element to it. So the winning achievement at the end of any level wouldn't be overzealous or super gratifying. It'd be like a very subtle drum roll or like mission complete kind of deal. Whereas losing, there's multiple different ways to lose the game. Whether you mess up and need to go back, whether you die, or whether um, I guess those are really the only two. But based on that, you'd have a different losing sound, like Resident Evil style scream when you die if you get killed or something. But if you go back or fall off somewhere and it's not like an actual death or being killed by an NPC, it would be just a lower tone, maybe like a piano fade out kind of deal. So kind of keep the game more low key than anything else and not really give you a sense of satisfaction until you like, get to the entire end and you have more of an emotional music based ending or more emotional theme at the end of the game where the credits are rolling and the music is more satisfying and gives you a sense of accomplishment. But until you hit the credits of the game, there's really not going to be like a satisfying noise that gives you a sense of completion. And so I think that's really about it. I think I've covered all the bases. I know I'm 7 minutes in, kind of taking advantage of actually having a computer that works now. But hopefully I'll be able to upload the audio files or the image file. Like I said, I just got this, so I might upload them in the next assignment or maybe upload them sometime tomorrow. But yeah, thanks for sitting through all 8 minutes of this. See you guys.